Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Premier League Roundup Show. We're going to try and do this as often as I can. Obviously, it's going to happen at the end of a particular Premier League match day. It gives us an opportunity to know exactly what is going on, even outside of Chelsea. I think far too many times we're just so focused at Chelsea, we don't know what's going on elsewhere. So we're going to try and do this show, try and do this roundup, and try and look at the most interesting and also important matches that has happened over the weekend. Let's have some fun. All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. The Premier League first weekend is over. All the matches have been played. There's been some interesting results, some absolutely funny results as well that we have to go through, more specifically the Man United one at home. And there's been a whole heap of surprises as well. So let's get on with it. First of all, let's have a look at all the different results that has taken place. So this is the latest that's going on, ladies and gentlemen. So we already know Arsenal 2-0, Crystal Palace, that was the first game. Liverpool 2-2, Bournemouth, big surprise against Aston Villa 2-0, Newcastle 2-0, Tottenham 4-1, Leeds 2-1, Everton, Chelsea, we know that 1-0, Leicester 2-0, Man United 2-1, and to round things off, Man City 2-0. But first, we are going to talk about Man United versus Brighton. I mean, I saw the highlights. I didn't stay up to watch the match. It was quite late for me in Sydney time. But I have to say, Graham Potter, man, honestly, this guy deserves a lot of respect. I don't think he gets enough respect. Rookie managers, I have to say, like Steven Gerrard, can you call him a rookie manager? I guess rookie in front of Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, all of these managers, they seem to get so much praise. But managers like Graham Potter, who have been absolutely killing it in the Premier League with the budget that they have, that's why I'm saying they've been killing it. The budget that they have, the kind of financials that they work with, and the caliber of results they're getting is insane. It really is insane. They play proper football, Brighton, and they absolutely took Man United apart. They absolutely ripped them apart. I just want to quickly show you what was transpiring in that match. This was the Man United backline, by the way. Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, and Shaw. I mean, as probably borderline relegation battle team backline, that is probably one of the worst backlines I've seen. David De Gea is very good goalkeeper, no doubts about that. And then midfield, Scott McTominay and Fred McTominay, oh my God, he's so bad. Bruno Fernandes, I've been saying it, that guy's a proper fraud. I don't say that word to many players, but he is a proper fraud. He got away with it that couple of seasons with Man United, and now we are starting to see what type of a player he really is. Marcus Rashford, I don't know what he's doing anymore. I don't think he's a footballer. He gives me much of that Timo Werner kind of vibes. I don't know what has happened to him since he started doing the social work. He's been awful. Here's what Brighton's front four look like. I mean, Welbeck, Trossard, Lallana, Solimarch. And then obviously you can see their midfield and their back line. But it's an interesting formation they play with, 3-3-3-1. Just, take a note of that. That is a formation that seems to be catching on with some of the top managers, and Graham Potter is starting to implement that. But, we at Chelsea talk about, managers can't get the best out of the attackers. Attackers don't seem to give him what he needs, taking on the man. You look at that lineup, Welbeck, Trossard, Lallana, Solimarch. Every opportunity they got, especially Solimarch and Trossard, they were doing their best to take on their man, the opposition, whoever it was, whether it was Maguire, Dalot, Luke Shaw, whoever it was. Solimarch and Trossard, and even Danny Welbeck was trying their best to take their man on, but it's their movement, man. Brighton has such good movement, and they just know how to attack the half spaces, thread the ball through. Sensational victory from Brighton away from home at Old Trafford, and Man United looked absolutely rubbish. Do you know what? I thought maybe Eric Ten Hag could just start to get the best out of them. But my days, I know this is the first weekend. We don't want to overreact, but he's got his work cut out. Erik ten Hag has got his work cut out. They've not done the business in this transfer window, and there's a few more weeks left. They severely need to get players in. Players don't even want to go there. Frankie de Jong don't want to go there. And after looking at that match, it'll be a hard sell. It'll be a hard sell. For them to make it to top four, they're going to have to hope for some miracle. Next up, I want to talk about the one Erling Haaland, ladies and gentlemen. The social media is having a lot of fun with this particular, match, and especially Erling Haaland. All of these shenanigans, post-match in the interview, how he said the word shit, and Premier League, you can't say those sort of profanities, and he was unbelievable. Once again, I didn't watch the match; it was way too late. I saw the highlights. Man City were in a different planet to West Ham. I mean, it was a joke. The way they played West Ham off the park. People talk about West Ham, parking the bus. They were parking the bus, but they were getting opened up as well. And it is a clever passing, clever movement. Erling Haaland, that I know he got himself a penalty, which was also a great movement, but that second goal, ladies and gentlemen, that pass from Kevin De Bruyne and that electric pace from Erling Haaland, oh my God, and that finish. If this guy doesn't score more than 20 goals this season, I'll be astonished. I really will be. But here's some of the funny things that's gone around in social media. Look at this. Declan Rice, while Haaland is making his 384th run behind. I mean, Declan Rice, there were a couple of clips that I saw. I had no idea what he was doing. Who to track. Man City's movement was way too elite for him. And obviously West Ham didn't see much of the ball. Then again, it probably goes on for the right way that he didn't see much of the ball, because for me, Declan Rice doesn't do much with the ball anyway. Look at this, KDB, perfect start, Premier League. Welcome to Erling Haaland. Welcome to Premier League. Welcome to Erling Haaland, man. He was sensational, honestly. People were writing him off last weekend after that Liverpool match, and I didn't say much in social media. I was just thinking, you guys are having a bit of a laugh. Yeah, I get it, it's banter, but you don't know what you're messing with. And Erling Haaland has definitely arrived. Next up, I want to talk about, yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's not much been talked about this fixture. Bournemouth to Aston Villa 0. I mean, when are we going to start talking about Steven Gerrard? Let me show you something. You guys are going to get very surprised. I had no idea that this was transpiring. Gary Neville at Valencia played 28, won 10, draws 7, lost 11, win percentage 35%. Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa played 28, won 10, draws 5, lost 13, win percentage 35%. Feel like the media are hiding this. Let me just enlarge that a little bit so that everyone is, making sure they see this. Look, Steven Gerrard, is he also from the fraudulencia? Is he a fraud manager? I mean, look, Scottish League is not the same as the Premier League. This Aston Villa team is not bad. It really isn't bad. They've actually bought some players as well. They bought some players last season too. A win percentage of 35%. With that caliber of players in that team, you should be doing a lot better. Bournemouth getting promoted, and Bournemouth, I've got them down as one of the teams that are going to get relegated. But Aston Villa getting played out of the park, regardless of being away from home. One to look out for, this Steven Gerrard situation. I don't know, man. I don't know. It feels like, yeah, he could be in a bit of an issue. Look at this. I want to just share this thread with you guys as well. We can't upset the media, darling. That is Stevie G. He's a Liverpool legend, and we all know Liverpool do nothing wrong unless the pitch is dry. He's having a dig at Jurgen Klopp. Hope he gets sacked. And then he goes on to say, exactly, Neville got humiliated for his results at Valencia, yet we are made to believe Stevie G is doing a good job. Interesting, absolutely interesting. We'll get into that. There was a picture that I want to share with you guys. It was, I don't know what's going on. Have a look at this picture, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on with Steven Gerrard? That's a bit of a pot belly. I mean, I get it, you're the manager, but you really let yourself go, Stevie G, and it's starting to show in your team as well. But yeah, pretty mad, pretty mad. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk about this result. Fulham versus Liverpool 2-2. I think Fulham was leading 1-0, then it became 1-1, then it was 2-1, and then Liverpool equalised. Liverpool actually had chances to win that. So the Liverpool fans are actually worried. I wouldn't be worried. I mean, you guys are going to get bounced back. But one particular player, Mitrovic, took it on. He went and attacked Virgil van Dijk, and check this out. Thiago Silva is so good that he had to test him. They had to test him for drugs after yesterday because Thiago Silva, he missed out on the team bus because he had to be drug tested. I mean, it was a man of the match performance by a 38-year-old. Obviously, you have to be drug tested. Meanwhile, a certain someone was stripping for Mitrovic. I mean, Mitrovic took Virgil van Dijk on, and I think it was the first time apparently Virgil van Dijk got dribbled past in the Premier League, and it led to a penalty. He conceded a penalty. I don't understand why more players don't take him on. He tends to sort of backtrack, and you can, if you've got quick feet and you've got the burst of pace, you could potentially make him make an error. I know he's a supreme defender. There's no doubt about that. He reads the play well, but I think if you attack him 1v1, he could be rattled. Mitrovic rattled him. In regards to Mitrovic as well, he's had a couple of stunning seasons in the Championship, and then the last time they came into Premier League, he just didn't live up to it. Perhaps maybe this time he could just live up to it. Far more mature, knows exactly what needs to be done in the Premier League. The way he was moving in that particular match looked very, very impressive. Okay, last but not least, we will go through some of the other matches, but we'll just skim through some of those results. But we have to talk about Tottenham 4, Southampton 1. One particular player absolutely stood out for me, and it's Kulusevski. Here's what Terry Flewers from the Terrace, Football Terrace, said. Dejan Kulusevski was a better signing than Luis Diaz. Do you know what? I probably have to agree with that. No disrespect to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is phenomenal signing for Liverpool, a gun player. But Kulusevski, that cross he put on for Sessegnon with his left foot, oh my God. That's probably what we expect from Hakim Ziyech, but Hakim Ziyech doesn't have that pace like Kulusevski. Kulusevski's got pace. He can take players on. He's got that cross. He's got that Arjen Robben-esque sort of cut back in and hit it with his left and score goals. He scored a goal as well in that particular match. Kulusevski is a player to look out for. What a signing for Spurs. I mean, on that right side, brilliant player. And Spurs under Antonio Conte, do not mess around. Do not mess around. We got them next at Stamford Bridge. We better be careful. I can't wait to see the battle between Kulusevski and Cucurella. That's going to be fantastic to watch. And even Koulibaly, if Cucurella plays as a left wing back, Koulibaly as a LCB, hopefully he's fit enough. It'll be a fantastic battle to see how Kulusevski fares with some of our finest, and we'll get to see. Now, let's have a look at the remaining matches. Arsenal, Crystal Palace, that was 2-0. Look, Arsenal started off the match very well, but I think Crystal Palace, after the initial goal that went in by Arsenal, they probably deserved an equaliser. So Arsenal actually ran out of gas after the first 20 minutes. So we'll see exactly what happens. Crystal Palace deserves something, by the way. Newcastle, even though I don't think they've done enough business, but they get themselves a 2-0 victory at home against Nottingham Forest, newly promoted. Nice performance, I suppose, at home, but we'll see how they progress. Leeds is a team to look out for. They have done some solid business, Leeds, and they've played some scintillating football against Wolves. Bamford seems to be back at his best. There's a particular player called Aronson, I can't remember what his exact name is, but he looked very good. One team I don't think we're going to see the same Leeds as we saw last season. I think this season we're going to see something different. Wolves shouldn't be taken, disregarded either. Wolves will come back. They've got some fine players with Pedro Neto, Podence, and so on and so forth. They will come back. Obviously, we know what happened between Chelsea and Everton. We didn't play our greatest game at all, nowhere near it. But we get ourselves that 3 points, much important 3 points, and hopefully we can slowly build on that. Leicester Brentford 2-2. Wesley Fofana, who we're linked with, actually had a stunning game apparently. Stats-wise, very good, and in social media everyone is saying he had a very good game. But apparently his head is gone. He didn't stick around for the doing the march at the end of the match to give a round of applause to the fans. He went straight to the tunnel. He couldn't be bothered to be with his teammates. So his head could be gone in terms of he wants to join Chelsea Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the roundup. This is how the table looks like. It's early days. Obviously, Spurs up front. Bournemouth is there. Arsenal's there. Man City, Newcastle, Brighton, Leeds, Chelsea. And then the rest who had draws and losses and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, what a week of Premier League football. It's back and it's banging. Erling Haaland, I'm scared. I'm actually scared. Some of his finishes and his pace, he could have easily had a hat-trick. Yeah, Chelsea Football Club, we'll see what they're up to. Man United, I can't wait to see how they react off the back of that loss. Yeah, Liverpool as well. Will they bounce back? Can Crystal Palace get them? I think that's who they're playing next up. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you felt about this particular weekend of Premier League, wrap up, I suppose, that we've had today in this video. Let me know how you felt about it this weekend. And comment below what surprised you, what you liked, what you didn't like. Would love to hear from you. And we shall see you guys again for next weekend review. Until next time, see ya.